Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a get ready with me with the new JUVIA'S magic palette. I'm sure you already know that I love JUVIA'S Place. I love their eyeshadows. I have all their palettes. Their shimmers are incredibly creamy and just so pigmented. I love their mattes. And I know this arrangement looks a little intimidating because you have your neutrals on top and you have like these blues and greens on the bottom. I played with the blues and greens today because we know this is easy for me. You've seen a lot of warm looks on my channel so far. I will still go back on here and use this top row because if you're still wondering, I don't think I would know how to use those colors anyway, Elcie, even though they're neutral. I'll be more than happy to come back on here using this top row, but today we use the bottom row because I wanted to try out these blues and greens and these matte shades, the navy and the purple. I was really excited to get into those. So if you want to see how we got this look using the JUVIA'S Place Magic Palette, then please keep on watching. Before we get into the look, I will do swatches for you, especially of the colors that I did not use on this video. So let's get into those. First row is Nubia, Zakia, Osun, and Kessie. Second row is Zuba, Nana, which is what I use for my transition shade today, Boronu, and Kogi. Third row is Faso, Aja, Fai, Yemoja. Our last row is Ife, Yara, Buzo, and Yajide. Those were the swatches, and if you want to see how we got this look today, then please keep on watching. The face is already done, and if you want to know what I use, I will write all those products down below. The eye is already prepped, and before we go forward, I want to take some of my Mercier loose powder, just tap it under my eyes. I do experience some fallout with JUVIA'S eyeshadows sometimes. I'm just gonna place it right there because that's where it usually drops. I know I'm covering my highlight, but I'll fix that later. It's okay. Ugh. I wasn't expecting the size of this palette, and when I opened the box, I was like, "Ooh." I would say the one thing I wish it had was a deeper neutral defining shade. The defining shades are here, but they're blue. Don't know how well they would mesh with like this red color and this pinkish color. I do love the fact that they have a base color and it's a matte one. And with that, let's go in using just a flat lay down brush, or I'm going to use my Morphe E30 going into Kessie. And we're setting the Urban Decay Eye Primer Potion just to de-stickify it before we go in with our other colors. Now I know we all know I could kill it with these two rows, so we're going to challenge ourselves and tackle the fun colors because I'm sure you want to see how they work together, how we could apply them. I am going to use Nana as a transition color. Oh, my brushes are so dirty! Why? Using a Morphe 505 with the color Nana. Starting to work that into the crease, so all the fun colors we apply after will have a nice gradient effect. It's a nice color. I like this shade a lot. We have our transition shade on. Ooh, I don't know what to use first. This is a purplish, very deep purple shade, and this is more navy. I think I'm gonna go with the Yajedi, I think is how it's pronounced, first as like my medium crease shade with a Luxie 229 and that navy shade. Boop, boop. Let's see how this applies with a crease brush versus a lay down one. Okay, I see what's happening. Pigmentation is pretty good. It's pretty light, but I think it's because I'm applying with a blending brush rather than laying down the product first. But you see it's helpful that we put down that Nana shade so it could blend out a little better. This to the inside of a corner. That's blue. The only game plan I have is to use these colors. I don't really know what eye look I'm going for. I just know we're using these colors. Going back with the 505 to blend out those edges. I went a little too far up, but it's okay, we can salvage it. This is driving me crazy. Oh, I know why. I have a very strange insect bite there. I have 2 mosquito bites on my shoulders, and I was cleaning my face and saw that. It's just, I think because how it's positioned, it makes my eyeshadow look like it's not blended. So I'm gonna blame the mosquito bite. And this is the first time I'm dipping into this palette, friends. I wanted to try on with you to see, you know, how it goes. Without fail, this eye always turns out better than the I just, look how messy. This is real life, friends. This is the process that I go through. Sometimes it's just not going to turn out the way you want, but you gotta keep pressing on. Let's see how that's a lot cleaner, and this is just a disaster. I don't know what happens. I always like to go back with the first blending brush to buff out the edges. To deepen up the outer corners, let's try this Elcie. This violet shade here. With the lay down brush, a Luxie 239. Oh, I like how that deepens up the outer corner a lot. It gives a nice gradient effect. Trying to pack it in carefully so don't mess it up. I like the tone of the navy color a lot. And I like how the violet color is deepening it a bit more, but it's still in the same like bluish femme. These shimmer shades, I cannot wait. I don't know what to use. Going in first with Aja, then putting Yara on the center. I think that's what I want to do. It's a musty must. Oh, that's pretty. Excuse me. It's like a deep turquoise blue. Flipping the brush, taking that Yara shade, popping that right on the center. Ooh. Oh yeah. JUVIA'S Place shimmers never fail to disappoint me. Like the pigmentation and the creaminess of them, incredible. I'm gonna just do a light blend because I'm not loving how my edges are looking here. Going over my crease with the navy shade to make everything look a little more blended. I still want a little more depth to my outer corners. So I'm taking a Morphe E18. It's a smaller detail brush. And with that purpley matte shade, I'm punching in right to the outer corner just to give it a little more depth. For funsies, I want to dip into Yamoja. It's like a silvery type of blue, but with my finger, and tap that to the center of that turquoise shade. Oh yeah, so it just gives it a little more pop. That's pretty. These blues and greens are very pretty. Back to our Nana transition color onto the very top edges. Still blending out because I'm just a little anal about it. I just want to make sure this looks seamless. Kicking off any fallout that had occurred, and we did have some because of all the packing in that we were doing with those shimmer shadows. We didn't look like we disrupted the highlight too much, so we're good. Lower lash line, I think I want to do this really bright green color. It's calling my name, but I think I want to do I just want to do a different color lash line altogether? No. Stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. This is a Kevyn Aucoin pencil brush, and with the navy matte shade, I'm first going to trace my lower lash line. Outer and inner, leaving space in the center. Taking the violet purple shade to the very outer edge of the lower lash line and connecting it to the top a little bit as well. For the pop of green, I might be going a little overboard. Buzo with the Dose of Colors pencil brush. Load that brush up, hit it with some Fix Plus, and pop that right between the matte blue shades. I like how that turned out. It meshes well with the colors because there's just a blue party up here, so you know, just gotta go along with it. It's a really nice green. It's like a primary, like true green, metallic. Powwow in your face. And I drop it just a little bit because I love really crazy smoky eyes. I don't mind looking a little raccoony, especially when it's dealing with color. You don't have to, but I just like to pull it down a little bit. With the Elcie 231 brush, this is a smaller blending brush with Nana blowing out the lower lash line, just smoking out these matte shades a little more. While I'm doing that, I'm pulling this out a little bit. I like how this is turning out. This isn't a disaster. Now I know we want to try this gold shade. I'm going to use this as my inner core highlight, Juvia's, with the same Dose of Colors pencil brush. I'm going to clean it off just a little bit so not all of the green ends up on the gold. Oh, that's gold. Ooh. This reminds me of the gold in the Saharan eyeshadow palette, except I think this is a tad bit more yellow, which is, the other one was more of a cooler yellow, like not as yellow saturated, if that makes any sense. I think this is more like a gold. You know what I mean? I'm giving the eye look a final zhuzh around with my M505 because I like to, when I'm done laying down all the colors, just to pull it out a bit. We finished with the eyeshadow, and that means it's mascara time! Top lashes using Better Than Sex waterproof, and the bottom Max Extended Play. I've been using Extended Play a lot because it is a true waterproof mascara. The Too Faced is not as waterproof, and I think that's why I was experiencing a lot of transfer problems to my under eye area with mascara. When I put the Extended Play, no issues at all with that. And that's why I've been baking less and just been applying powder, not to bake, but to set my concealer, and I haven't been experiencing transfer problems. Yay! This is a very bold eye look we're leaving the house with, friends, and that means we gotta really pump up the mascara-age, like, to the max. To pop on a little more highlight using Jouer's Skinny Dip from their Skinny Dip collection. I think they're my favorite highlighters. It's like you just know. The formula is creamy, the powders are soft, reflective without looking overly shimmery or overly metallic. I like metallic on my eyes, not so much on my face. I want the formula to melt into my skin, and so it looks like a really beautiful glow from within, and that's what I think Jouer formulas accomplish with their highlighters. For lips, using my Tarte Colada Color Splash Hydrating Lipstick. I've been feeling this color a lot. It's, I think, like my perfect nude. And then lining with Max Cork. For gloss, Dose of Colors Undressed. And we're done. Thank you friends for joining me on this get ready with me and kind of first impressions with the palette. I've used JUVIA'S Play Shadows before, but I haven't used this one yet, and I was very thrilled to have opened it up, play with it with you guys for the first time today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you on here again with another get ready with me product tutorial, product chit chat, demo, or all those things. See you soon. Bye!